Hello and welcome back to another Beating Every 3-star. I'm going back onto the lists. I'll be playing a bit of each of them. So the first one I'll be playing is Moth 3-star by Lith. And I'll just have a random scroll and play that one. Fascination by Squall 7. It's an old level. It's a pretty unique old level actually. There's nice use of rotation. There's decent layering. The background is something you don't really see often. There's a use of blending that I'm not a huge fan of because you can see through those blocks. I like the structuring here, mixing the squares with the normal wave gameplay. Colours have switched up a lot, which is nice. Gameplay's been good throughout. Incorrect 3D here. And a pretty odd use of rainbow blocks. Kind of works though. That was completely unreadable. Yeah, this transition is really bad. If it was visible, it would have been completely fine though. Could use some different scaling in the saws in that part. I noticed that the hitboxes in these are quite weird, but I can go through some of these blocks like that. Not bad though. A lot of variety, I appreciated that. Snowball fight by Insidious, a fellow Brit in the British creators server. It looks like it's going to be a mini game. It is. What do I do? Right, attack and dodge. These are never very good for content. It's actually quite difficult, this. I have a feeling I'm not going to beat this, because I'm not doing well. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Ah, dear, time's up. Yeah, I realised I didn't do very well with that. Let's try again. I like the pixel art style. Okay, I beat it. It was a bit short, actually. Next list is Moth 3-star by LokiBot57. It's rated Extreme Demon, and they aren't all 3 stars. Cave Jumper. I have a feeling this isn't going to be good, but I reckon it might be a decent thumbnail. Currently, the gameplay is quite fun. I do like Jumper. That level always stood out to me as one of the good Rob-Top levels, that and Electro Man Adventures, and Electrodynamics. The gameplay's been fun. I like the structuring as well. I reckon the title of this is going to be This Is Good, and it's going to be this, because it doesn't look good, but actually it is a decent level, at least for its time. I'm not sure if I'd be particularly happy if this was rated nowadays, but I don't think I'd be upset. Yeah, this is really fun. I actually don't think this is a 3-star though. There's a lot that could confuse someone, and 3 stars are made for people that aren't as good at the game, but decent level. I like it. Let's come back to this list and move on to Moth 3-star by Kobe Pal. Make sure to check out my new channel. I meant to say this in one of the older videos because it's been up for a while, but I'm making a couple of shorts, mostly going to be terrible shorts, but I'm also doing showcases of levels that use my name, my levels, and just random levels in general. But all levels that have my name as the first word of the title that are actually half decent, I will showcase on there. So feel free to make some. I think that'll be quite fun to have, hopefully have the most featured levels with a creator's name in being my name. That would be great. Also, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure you subscribe. It helps me out a lot and only takes a second. If you'd like to see your levels in these videos, there's a Discord server in the description. This level's been pretty good. I'm glad I chose this level to do all the plugs because there's not anything really interesting. It's quite a generic level with some decent colours and quite cool structuring actually, but nothing else special about it. Let's do another one from this list because I did just do basically an ad read throughout. So Glimmer by Sarbs. I didn't realise Sarbs had so many creator points. Got more than me. Oh, nice. I like the movement. Oh, that was terrifying. That was my Bluetooth speaker. I like the movements. Colours are good. Glow usage is good. Structuring could be a little bit more interesting. And why was there an indicator there? Yeah, the structures are very square. I do like the designs within them. There we go. We've got one interesting structure within this. There's a lot of nice effects. I see why this got epic back in the day. It's definitely ahead of its time. Oh, we have a checkerboard background. They can be used well and can look good, but I am a bit sick of them. Same with the Voxy Cat swirl. If I see that in a level, it completely puts me off of it. The structures within the structures are really nice, actually. And we've got some rotations here. Pretty creative usage of that. I should have gone for that coin. The movement wasn't particularly smooth there, but easings weren't really a thing back in early 2.1. Cool level. Moth 3-star by The Real Hughes Matt. Let's do the first one. Rainbow by Axe. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not nice. That's really not nice. I know it's called Rainbow, but the colours are atrocious. You definitely want a bigger brightness. Maybe don't use blending on them. That is the pulsating objects that aren't pulsating. So the stars, the hearts, and the music notes. I think the glow beams definitely should have blending on. The blocks themselves actually look pretty decent. These are quite cool as well. Very creative structuring here. Actually, I'm growing to like this level. There's some cool assets. That's unnecessary. Oh, and auto. This is strange, but honestly quite creative for its time. Yeah, actually, I do like this. The use of breakable blocks and have some things around these structures. They look cool. That's a bit janky, but doesn't really matter. And we've used blending here, which is nice. Pretty repetitive gameplay in this wave part, but I made Think Ploid. That's quite repetitive in its gameplay. I suppose that was the point of it. Incorrect 3D. Incorrect 3D. That's not good. But overall, there's a lot of different assets. This is very unique. I like the gameplay, actually. It's very cool. I genuinely like this quite a lot. That K did not have great 3D on it, though. Martha 3-star by G3B3. Never Stop Dreaming by Stix190. Ah, classic, generic style. Some decent movements, though. The easings could be a little bit better, but for its time, those are good. I love the old thing with the spikes moving in the blocks. I always absolutely adored that style. Decent glow usage. Nice colours here. I like how all the saws are quite smiley. Brings a bit of life to the level. 3D is very inconsistent, and the transitions aren't very good because they're just black with pads. Yeah, there's random blocks with just 3D on them, but most of them don't have it. Been a pretty climactic drop. I think this is more of a 4-star. The line is quite fine. And I really like this part. Very cool level. Okay, to finish off the video, I may as well go back to this one and just finish this list, apart from the ones that aren't 3 stars, because that's not the point. So, Level 0 by Funny Game. This is going to be old. I like the use of these half blocks. That's really clever. So far it's very basic, but very well structured. Very classic of Funny Game to make something so polished. Gameplay's actually quite fun as well. I think the diversity in the structures, and look at that, that's so clever. Putting the bigger spikes in the ground to make them look smaller is just such a remarkable thing to do back then. The diversity in the structuring makes the level quite fun. It also keeps it interesting with all these colour changes. It's probably the best executed level of this time that I've seen, actually. It's getting a little bit boring with all this holding. It's quite repetitive gameplay here. Other than that, I've really enjoyed this, and actually the structuring has just completely gone now. Very cool though. Very, very good level. Well executed. 2. Probably my least favourite colour, this. Gameplay's alright, structuring's not as good. You can see the difference between Funny Game and this creator here. There's no diversity within the block palette. It's all just the default blocks and spikes. Positioning is just very normal. There's nothing special about it. Whereas with Funny Game, they managed to make some really interesting structuring and some unique ways of laying the spikes out to make them look smaller. And there are also lots of different gameplay gimmicks, which I really appreciated. This has a couple, but they're not really that gimmicky. Oh dear, and blind. That's not to say I don't like it, because I do. The gameplay's been pretty well thought out most of the time. I'm just showing that you can tell a very good creator even with such a limited block palette. There's always something about yellow. Creators love the yellow. I mean, this is more orangey, but they always use these terrible yellows in their levels, and I never understood it. Decent level though. I didn't mind it. Okay, that wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching it, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!